Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This will be my 30-week update. So if you're new here, I try and do these weekly. Up until this point, I've been doing them weekly. However, after this, I will be doing them every other week, just so there's a little bit more to update you on. So I hope you enjoy today's update. So as always, I will start out with symptoms, what has changed, what's different. And this week, the biggest symptom has been insomnia. So I have no problem falling asleep, but once I am asleep, I'll often wake up and then be awake for 2 to 3 hours. And it's just due, I guess, not really sure what it's due to, but the brain is running, a little bit of anxiety, things like that. So it's harder to fall back asleep. So I've been working on finding some natural remedies for that, maybe possibly getting some herbs, because melatonin is great to help you fall asleep, but it doesn't keep you asleep. So I will be looking into something to solve that, so that I can start to get some restful sleep here. And also another thing that may be adding to that is I've been experiencing a lot of hip pain and sciatica, so a lot of lower back pain and hip pain. And that's mostly due to having to sleep on my side, which I'm not used to. So I'm hoping that my trips to the chiropractor will help, and then I've been trying to do yoga, things like that, stretch it out. But obviously it's hard to avoid. So that has also been keeping me up at night. And then as we're heading into the warmer season here, dehydration has definitely been an issue, so I'm having to drink more water, make sure I'm staying up on that. And then also, as baby is growing, I am not able to eat as much in one sitting, so I'm definitely trying to stick to the smaller meals spread out throughout the day, and which is good for my overall blood sugar anyway, and just keeping that spaced out throughout the day so that I don't get that overly full or sick feeling after I eat. But as far as symptoms, that's pretty much all that's going on there. So I'll go ahead and head into the updates. Last week I had my second glucose test. Everything came back perfect. No issues at all, no gestational diabetes, so I'm in the clear for that, which is great. I also had some blood work drawn while I was there, and there were 0 deficiencies, so that's really good news, which means that the supplements that I'm taking are definitely helping to fill in the gaps and make sure I'm not deficient in anything. A big one they were concerned about, or are concerned about when you're pregnant, is vitamin D. And I was not deficient in that because I have been taking 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3 every day, and so that's been really helping. And when you're deficient in vitamin D, that's when you kind of get like moody, depressed. It affects your immune system, and the only way to naturally get vitamin D is to go out in the sun with 60% of your skin exposed with no sunscreen. So you'd have to do that for 30 minutes a day in order to get your daily dose of vitamin D, which not many people do that. So I highly suggest taking that vitamin D supplement if you are deficient. And then besides that, I had my 30-week checkup with the midwives on Monday. Everything looks great. They checked my fundal height, or the height of the stomach, and it's grown 3 centimeters in the last 2 weeks. So the baby's growing at a good and safe rate. Her heart rate was 140, so she's got a good strong heart rate. And so she is still transverse in my stomach, which means that she is still sideways, which isn't a problem right now, but will be if she remains that way. So there's definitely a lot of things you can do to reposition the baby if they're not in the right position, and it has to do with like movement and things like that. So for now, they're not concerned, but if she stays that way, we will have to do something about it. But she is head down, so she's not breech, she's just transverse, so she's just sideways, so not a big deal. And then besides that, this weekend I will be leaving for New York for my first baby shower with the family. and for spring break, because I have the week off next week, and then the following weekend I will be going to Raleigh, North Carolina to visit my brother for his 30th birthday. So I will try and document as much of that as I can. So next week there won't be a weekly update, but there will be some footage of my trip, hopefully. And then besides that, I'm still exercising regularly. We had our personal training session with Rob yesterday. We're doing functional fitness, and it felt really good to just move and sweat and push myself a little. So everything's still going great there. Not really having to do too many more modifications. Just trying to get the heart rate up, lift some weights, keep the strength going as much as I can throughout the pregnancy. And then I'm still eating healthy. I haven't really changed my calories at all because, again, I'm losing muscle mass as we go along here because I'm not able to lift as much weight. So as you lose muscle mass, your basal metabolic rate goes down, which means how many calories you burn at rest. So I just don't need as many calories as I did when I started. So still eating the same, and everything seems to be fine there. And so next week, the biggest thing, the biggest update is to stay tuned for some travel footage. Hopefully I'll get some good footage for you guys of my trip, and then hopefully I'll be able to do a photo shoot next week also with my brother, so be able to get some good maternity pictures. But as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, comment below. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions, or if you have a topic that you'd like me to address on here, feel free to reach out. But I will talk to you guys in the next video.